Everyone here to Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Always great to be with you as we continue to roll on, bringing you some of the day's biggest top stories and headlines. Well, we just heard from President Trump speaking to the media for more than an hour at the White House, and he even detailed part of his speech on crime in Chicago, saying that if he had the opportunity at Governor Pritzker and the mayor were willing to get help from the federal government, he says that he could clean up the crime in Chicago within a month. This all coming as tensions continue to rise in the city as the Trump administration continues with the immigration operation known as Midway Blitz. And now the Department of Homeland Security has a new warning. They say Mexican cartels are placing cash bounties on federal immigration officers operating in the city there. So that is a big warning there to federal officials. Let's go out right now live.
Big cash payouts up to $50,000 to assassinate high-ranking officials, enforcement officials, that is, here in Chicago. And this is all while the tension is still rising up between protesters and agents here in Chicago. Yesterday, Border Patrol agents say they were conducting an enforcement operation when a car driven by a person suspected of being in the U.S. illegally rammed their car and tried to take off. After a high-speed chase, one of the two suspects got out of the car and ran. Federal officers eventually arrested both men. Chicago police saying during the incident, a crowd formed and started throwing objects at agents. DHS saying the federal officers responded with tear gas. Homeland Security spokesperson says both of those men in the vehicle turned out to be in the U.S. illegally from Venezuela, one with an order of removal from back in 2024. Earlier today, a DHS official told Fox the violence against federal officers is getting out of hand, but Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker had a different take.
Unfortunately, there was a growing scene where violent rioters started surrounding our law enforcement agents, and it became increasingly hostile. We're seeing more and more of this, that illegal aliens and protesters, really violent agitators, are using their vehicles as weapons. It's a growing tactic that we're seeing.
The abuses of ICE and of CBP continue, and we're going to do everything that we can, again, to protect our residents, but also to get the courts to step in and stop them from abusing just everyday people that they are firing gas pellets and rubber bullets at.
And an update on a case we've been following in Chicago. A federal grand jury indicted Juan Espinoza Martinez. According to prosecutors, he's an illegal immigrant from Mexico. He's accused of planning a murder of Border Patrol commander. His lawyers, Martinez that is, says he's innocent. Mike.
Yeah, Olivianna, what do we know here about the big protest that is slated for this Saturday, really all across the country, the No Kings rally that is going to be taking place in Chicago as well? Is there a fear that federal officials could be targeted during some of these major protests?
I think what the DHS has made clear that they are scanning all areas of Chicago and beyond, not just outside that Broadview facility, for violence against agents. The area around the building in Broadview has a curfew around it. They had to take some of that extra fencing down, the administration did, but there's still a curfew, and the city has told Fox they plan to build another type of fence near there because the protesting has just gotten out of hand across Chicago.
Olivianna Calmes live for us in Chicago. We appreciate all of the updates today. Take care. Thank you so much again.